What are the best practices as far as modeling assets and processes for digital twins? Can you share around that?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it does tie in with the kind of the previous point in the sense that uh, different systems that you find out out on the plant floor, whether it be a historian or a manufacturing execution system, or sometimes even a quality system. Historically, they each had their own sort of small um, uh, part of the digital twin definition.
Yeah.
So if we consider a historian case, like with the PI system and asset framework functionality that's part of the PI system, it's defining which tags belong with which assets as an example. And so that's one element of the definition of a digital twin. You might equate that or translate that to MQTT and Sparkplug, some organization or OPC UA as an organization of the which tags belong with which assets. And so our aim is to, when we're connecting with multiple systems, is to really coalesce different definitions of the digital twin into a common one. And I don't know if you would call this a best practice. It's more of a reality is that many customers, well, let's just say they didn't name their tags consistently. Maybe they didn't even apply asset framework consistently. And oftentimes when implementing digital twins, it's the first time to clean up all of the poorly defined organization of data and to approach it in a more thoughtful way, because oftentimes when we're implementing digital twins, it is in an enterprise context, not just a single process or even a single plant. And so it really is the first opportunity to establish basic things like standard naming conventions. And as long as you can map to the data that's maybe poorly named or named in a non-standard way, it all sort of comes out in the wash as it relates to the digital twins. And so again, it's very basic advice, in terms of modeling standards, is just organization and naming conventions. And the other part of advice, again, which is very, very basic around modeling digital twins, is we really, really try to drive the definition of digital twins to map to the physical reality. I mean, we want to create a virtual digital twin, but we want it to tie to something that is a physical asset or physical process, and has that connection. There is some, when people are implementing digital twins, maybe taking virtual too far and creating a definition of a digital twin that doesn't map to anything in the physical world. And there are sort of many issues that can come from that. So beyond naming, the other piece of advice is try to stick to creating digital twins that map to physical assets and physical processes.